Don't skip. Your soulmate secretly tested your honesty and broke down in tears when they found out. My beloved child, don't skip, because what you are about to hear is something your soulmate never planned to reveal. They quietly decided to test one thing, not your money, not your appearance, not your success, but your honesty. They believed that if your heart was truly genuine, the truth would always find its way to the surface. So without telling you, they watched your actions in moments when they thought nobody was paying attention. Every small choice became part of a silent answer. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. What seemed like an ordinary series of moments was actually becoming the biggest emotional test of your connection. And when the final piece of that test fell into place, your soulmate wasn't prepared for what they discovered. There came a moment that changed everything. They expected to catch a hidden side of you. They expected at least one reason to doubt your intentions. But instead, they found something that completely shattered every fear they had been carrying. Even when honesty brought you no reward, you still chose it. Even when nobody would have blamed you for taking the easier path, your heart refused to betray what was right. That single discovery echoed inside them long after the moment had passed. Don't skip. Because the next truth is the one they have been hiding from everyone. They walked away pretending everything was normal, but deep inside, their emotions were no longer under their control. Something inside them had already begun to break. Later that night, when silence surrounded them, the memories of your honesty kept replaying over and over again. Every doubt they once believed suddenly felt smaller than the truth standing before them. Then something happened that nobody else witnessed. Tears quietly filled their eyes, not from sadness, but from the overwhelming realization that they had underestimated someone whose heart refused to wear a mask. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The tears were only the beginning, because after discovering the truth about your honesty, your soulmate made one silent decision that could change everything between you forever. Listen carefully. Because the decision your soulmate made after those tears has never been spoken aloud. They promised themselves they would never test your heart again. The guilt became heavier with every passing hour. They kept asking themselves, why did I doubt someone who kept choosing truth even when no one was watching? That question refused to leave their mind. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. From that moment on, every memory of your honesty became stronger than every fear they once carried, and they realized that trust is not built by perfect words, it is revealed through quiet actions. The more they reflected, the more they understood that the real surprise wasn't your honesty, it was the way your character stayed the same in every situation. They expected to uncover a hidden contradiction, but instead they uncovered consistency. That realization touched them so deeply that they began imagining a future where they would never have to question your intentions again. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. Yet there is one final truth from that night that remains completely hidden. Before they closed their eyes, they whispered a promise to themselves, a promise connected to you that they have not shared with anyone. And when that promise finally comes into the light, it will explain why their heart has already started moving in a direction they can no longer ignore. There is one secret your soulmate has been carrying ever since that night, and this is where everything changes. After making that silent promise, they began noticing something they had overlooked for a long time. Every memory of you suddenly carried a different meaning. The smallest conversations, the simplest gestures, even the quiet moments they once ignored now felt impossible to forget. It was as if the truth they discovered about your honesty had unlocked a new way of seeing you. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. They realized the person they had been searching for wasn't someone who spoke the loudest, it was someone whose actions spoke even when no words were said. As these thoughts grew stronger, so did the weight of their guilt. They wished they could go back and erase the silent test they had created. Not because it failed, but because it proved something far greater than they expected. For the first time, they admitted to themselves that trust cannot be forced, it must be earned, and you had earned it without ever knowing you were being watched. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. But there is one final detail that has remained hidden until now. On the very next morning, something unexpected crossed their path, a quiet reminder that made them believe this connection was unfolding for a reason they could no longer deny. The meaning of that moment is about to change everything they do next. What happened the following morning was so unexpected that your soulmate stood completely still for a moment. A simple reminder brought your memory back with incredible clarity, and the guilt they had been carrying suddenly turned into determination. They no longer wanted to question your character, they wanted to protect the trust that had quietly grown between you. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. They understood that honesty like yours is rare, and once it is recognized, it should never be taken for granted. At that very moment, they made a private decision that even their closest circle doesn't know about. If this story is keeping you on the edge of your seat, share this video with someone who believes real honesty still exists, and don't forget to subscribe because the biggest revelation is still ahead. Before the day came to an end, they looked back on everything once more and realized the greatest lesson wasn't about the test at all, it was about the person who unknowingly passed it. The tears they shed were not the ending of the story, they were the beginning of a brand new chapter built on respect, trust, and quiet admiration. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. There is still one final truth they haven't had the courage to reveal, a truth that has been growing stronger every single day. And when that hidden confession finally comes to light, you'll understand why they believe meeting someone as honest as you was never a coincidence. It was the turning point that changed their heart forever. The confession your soulmate keeps replaying in their mind has reached a point where it can no longer stay hidden forever. Every day they tell themselves, "I'll say it tomorrow," yet tomorrow always slips away. It isn't because they don't care, it is because they fear that after silently testing your honesty, they may not deserve the kindness you continue to carry. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. The truth they uncovered didn't push them away from you, it pulled them closer than they ever imagined possible. What once began with doubt has quietly transformed into deep respect. As the days passed, they started noticing something impossible to ignore. Whenever your name or memory crossed their mind, the guilt became lighter, but the desire to be truthful became stronger. They no longer wanted hidden tests, unanswered questions, or silent assumptions. Instead, they wanted a connection built on openness. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. There is still one final piece of this story that has never been revealed. Your soulmate has already chosen the exact words they want to say when the right moment arrives, but one unexpected sign is about to convince them that the time to speak is much closer than they ever believed. The moment your soulmate has been waiting for is now closer than ever, and they can feel it. For days, they kept rehearsing a conversation that has never left their lips. They imagined telling you the truth about the silent test, the guilt that followed, and the tears they couldn't hold back after discovering your honesty. Every version of that conversation ended the same way, with relief. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. They finally understood that hiding the truth would only make the distance between you feel heavier, while honesty could become the very thing that brings your hearts closer. Then something unexpected happened. A quiet moment reminded them of the exact reason they trusted their heart instead of their fears. They realized your honesty had never demanded recognition, praise, or proof. It simply existed, steady and unchanged. That realization became impossible to ignore. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The walls they built around their emotions are beginning to crumble, and with every passing day, the courage to speak grows stronger than the fear of being misunderstood. But the greatest revelation has not arrived yet. There is one final truth your soulmate has been protecting, a truth that could completely change the direction of this connection. They have already made a decision in their heart, and nothing from the past is powerful enough to change it now. Don't skip, because the next chapter reveals the words they have been longing to say from the very beginning, words that may finally explain why that secret test became the moment they realized your honesty was the greatest gift they had ever found. The words your soulmate has been hiding are now standing at the edge of being spoken. Every time they imagine facing you, their heart reminds them of the night everything changed. They no longer remember the silent test with pride, they remember it with humility. What stays with them is not the question they asked in secret, but the answer your actions gave without ever knowing you were being observed. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. They have come to understand that genuine honesty cannot be acted out. It reveals itself naturally, and that is exactly what they found in you. As this realization settled deeper, another feeling quietly took its place: gratitude. They became thankful that the truth appeared before they allowed doubt to grow any further. They even caught themselves wondering how different everything could have been if they had trusted their heart from the beginning. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The guilt that once brought tears is now becoming the reason they want to protect this connection with everything they have. What they once questioned has become the very thing they admire most. But there is still one last chapter waiting to unfold. Your soulmate has already decided that the next time the right opportunity appears, they will stop hiding behind silence. They will choose honesty just as you did. Don't skip. Because the final revelation will uncover the promise they have made to themselves, a promise born from tears, strengthened by truth, and ready to reshape everything they hope your future together can become. The promise your soulmate made has now become impossible to ignore. They looked back at every moment with fresh eyes and finally accepted one undeniable truth: you never had to convince them of who you were. Your honesty had already done that long before they realized it. The tears they once tried to hide have now become a quiet reminder that some people enter our lives to restore our faith, not challenge it. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. The fear that once controlled their decisions is slowly disappearing, replaced by a deep desire to build something real instead of living with endless what-ifs. As each day passes, they feel an invisible pull toward one decision they can no longer delay. They know that if they remain silent much longer, they may carry the regret of never telling you what truly happened. The secret test was never the most important part of this story. The greatest revelation was the unexpected change inside their own heart. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. They have already forgiven themselves for doubting, but they still hope one day you'll understand why they were so afraid of losing something they hadn't even found yet. Now only one final truth remains. Your soulmate believes that honesty deserves honesty in return. The next chapter is not about another hidden test, another mystery, or another unanswered question. It is about the confession they have been protecting since the night they broke down in tears. Don't skip, because the final part reveals the one sentence they have been longing to say, a sentence that explains why your honesty didn't just pass a test, it quietly changed their heart forever. Everything has been leading to this moment, the moment your soulmate can no longer keep their heart silent. They have replayed that night countless times, hoping to find a different ending, but every memory brings them back to the same truth: you never failed them. They were the one fighting invisible fears while you continued to be exactly who you had always been. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. The tears they shed were not tears of disappointment. They were tears of relief, because for the first time in a long while, they believed they had found someone whose honesty remained steady even when nobody was looking. As that realization grew stronger, another feeling quietly took over. They stopped asking, "Can I trust this person?" and started asking, "Am I brave enough to deserve someone like this?" That single question changed everything. The walls around their hearts slowly began to fall, and the future they once feared suddenly felt filled with hope. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. They now understand that trust isn't created by secret tests, it is created by choosing each other, day after day, with sincerity and respect. One final revelation still remains. Your soulmate has already decided that when the right moment arrives, there will be no more hidden questions and no more silent doubts. There will only be honesty, the same honesty that quietly changed their life. Don't skip, because the final chapter reveals the promise they are ready to make, a promise born from truth, strengthened by tears, and carrying the hope of a future they never thought they would be brave enough to believe in. This is the promise your soulmate has been protecting with all their heart. They have finally accepted that the greatest mistake they ever made was allowing fear to speak louder than trust. Ever since that secret test, one sentence has echoed through their mind: if someone can remain honest without knowing they're being watched, they deserve a love that never hides behind doubt. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. That realization has become the foundation of every decision they are preparing to make from this moment forward. The guilt that once brought tears has now become a quiet source of strength. Instead of running from the truth, they are choosing to embrace it. They no longer want a connection built on questions, they want one built on honesty, patience, and mutual respect. Every day, they feel closer to speaking the words they have carried in silence for so long. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. They believe that some people enter our lives to change our future, and after everything they have discovered, they can no longer ignore what their heart has been trying to tell them. But one final chapter remains. There is a confession your soulmate has never shared with anyone, a confession that has been waiting for the perfect moment. It isn't about the test anymore. It isn't about the tears anymore. It is about the life lesson your honesty taught them, a lesson they will carry forever. Don't skip, because the final part reveals the words they have been longing to say from the very beginning, words that bring this unforgettable journey to its powerful conclusion. This is the truth your soulmate has wanted to tell you from the very beginning. I thought I was testing your honesty, but in the end, my own heart was the one being tested. That single realization changed everything. The doubts they once carried no longer have a place in their heart. They now understand that honesty isn't proven through grand speeches, it is revealed through quiet choices, consistent actions, and a heart that remains genuine when no one is watching. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. The greatest discovery was never about finding your weakness. It was about discovering your strength. As they look back, they no longer remember that night as a moment of suspicion. They remember it as the night their perspective changed forever. The tears they tried to hide became a reminder that trust is one of life's rarest gifts, and once it is found, it should be protected with care. Every silent question they once carried has been replaced by quiet confidence. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. They have made a promise to themselves that from now on, they will choose openness over fear, truth over assumptions, and faith over doubt whenever your paths continue to unfold. And this is how the story truly ends. The secret test was never meant to create distance, it became the unexpected beginning of a deeper understanding. Your soulmate's heart was transformed not by dramatic words, but by the simple honesty you carried every single day. They now believe that some connections are strengthened when truth quietly reveals itself at exactly the right time. The chapter of hidden doubts has closed, and a new chapter built on trust has begun. Don't skip the lessons life places before you, because sometimes the smallest acts of honesty create the biggest changes in a heart that was waiting to believe again. One last message remains, because every unforgettable story leaves behind a truth that stays with you forever. Your soulmate now carries a quiet peace they never had before. The questions that once filled their mind have disappeared, replaced by one unshakable belief: real honesty doesn't ask to be noticed, it simply exists. They smile when they think about how a silent test unexpectedly became the reason they learned the value of genuine trust. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you. The greatest victory was never proving who you were. It was inspiring someone else to become more honest with their own heart. From this point forward, every step they take feels different. They no longer want fear to write the next chapter of their life. Instead, they want courage, patience, and sincerity to guide every decision they make. They know that meaningful connections are not built in a single moment, they are built through countless small moments of truth. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. The tears have dried, the guilt has faded, and in its place stands a heart that has learned one of life's rarest lessons: trust grows strongest when it is given room to breathe. As this journey comes to its close, remember the message hidden within every chapter. Sometimes the greatest transformation happens quietly, without applause, without anyone else even noticing. A single act of honesty can change someone's entire view of love, trust, and the future. Your soulmate's secret test is over, but the lesson it revealed will remain with them forever. And perhaps that is the biggest revelation of all, not that your honesty was discovered,